Hey guys, welcome back to Study Club. Today I have a huge stationery haul to share with you. I just came back from spending a week in Japan. I went to Tokyo and let me tell you, they had a lot of stationery. I have a bunch of pens, washi tape, miscellaneous stuff that I thought was cool. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So there were two main stores that I went to. One was called Loft and the other one was called Tokyo Hands. I think those are the two main big department stores in Japan. They had 8 floors each. Within each floor was 3 different levels. So the store was huge. This is the stuff I got from Tokyo Hands. Let's dive right into the big bag. Okay, I'm gonna split this haul up into 3 different sections. The first one is pens and writing stuff. Second one is washi tape, and then the third one is just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. With the pens, I didn't buy too many pens just because a lot of them they sold here in Singapore for about the same price. It wasn't any cheaper. I did just pick up things that I actually hadn't seen before. The first one is my big purchase. These pens are made by Zebra and they're called the Click Art pens. This pack had 36 and I think this was basically all the colors they had. These are your main colors, some darker tones, and then these are the more pastel ones. So it's a thin marker tip and they just click like that. They're made by Zebra, so the markers should be pretty good quality. I'm assuming they're very similar to the marker tip of the mild liner, which I really like, and they have really cool colors. So the next thing I wanted to try out were these brush pens. A lot of them looked very similar, so I just picked a few from each brand. I got 2 made by Pentel and 1 made by Pilot. I got 3 different sizes, so from what I'm guessing, this one is smaller one, and then this one's a larger tip just by the image. This one was kind of cool. It was a double-sided one. So on one end you have the thick brush pen and then the other end you have the finer tip. And then I have a bunch of miscellaneous pens here that I got from Tokyo Hands. I reckon Loft and Tokyo Hands both sell very similar things. I really couldn't tell the difference, except for some of the tapes. They had different designs and stuff at different stores, but a lot of the pens they have around Tokyo were basically all the same. So the first one was this Juice Up pen. It's a 0.5. I like to use 0.5. I find if I use anything smaller, it doesn't feel nice when you're writing. It's too thin, and then anything thicker is just too wide, my writing gets too big. The next one was the Juice Up 0.4. And I just said I don't like using smaller than 0.5, but the colored ones they didn't have in 0.5. 0.4 was the only one that came in, and I wanted to try it out. So I got this really pretty blue color. I'm assuming they're very similar to the Pilot Juice pens, but we shall try these out. They looked a bit bougier. Then the next one, I got 2 Pilot Juice pens, and these are sort of a purple tone. They say here on the pen violet and dark red. The Pilot Juice pens I really like. They're very similar to the Sarasa Clip ones. I really can't tell the difference between them. These are 2 colors I'd never seen before, so I picked up those. The next thing is this Tombow Furunosuke brush. I've heard good things about this from other videos online. I know online they said there's a soft and a hard version of this brush pen, but I really don't know because I can't read the Japanese. But that's this one here. The next thing I got, oh yes, I got these brush pens. They're by a brand called Sailor. Never heard of it, but they looked cool. And I wanted to try out these colors because they were kind of pretty. They kind of matched the Pilot Juice pens I got. Going for that purple vibe. If I pick up pens and they have a whole selection of colors, I usually am drawn to the blue and purple. I don't really know why, but probably because my favorite color is blue, but the purple just looked really nice. So I got these 2. And then I was walking around and I saw mild liner highlighters and I was yeah, whatever, I've seen those before, nothing cool. And then I realized mild liner has brush pens. With mild liner highlighters, one of the reasons why I love them so much is because they have a completely different shade of colors that's different to any other highlighters. And so when I saw mild liner had brush pens, I picked up the 3 colors that I really like from mild liner that is different and unique from other brands. I'm excited to try these out and add to my collection of brush pens. No one needs to own this many brush pens, but oops. The last pen that I picked up was this pen here, and it was a build your own pen, and I was this is kind of fancy. So I got this one here where you can put 3 different inks in it, and Again, I got blue. I don't know, I need help. All my pens are blue. These two blue ones, like a periwinkle and like a turquoise. And then I got a black one because I was like, I'll use the black one. Can never have too many black pens. Speaking of too many black pens, I went to MUJI in Japan. They have them like everywhere and they're like all at least 4 levels. I was like, oh, I don't really need to buy anything from MUJI because everything they had there was basically the same as what they have in Singapore. But let me tell you, this is all the stuff I got from MUJI. And like, looks like a pretty small bag, but I got the world's most black pens. If you're new to this channel or haven't seen any of my other videos or like photos on Instagram @studycollab, I always use these MUJI black 0.5 pens. Like this is the only thing I write with. It's just an all-round good pen and I've used it for years. Like 6 months ago or something, MUJI changed all their pens. I don't know why, but they changed all their gel pens to this pen here. I was lucky I had a whole bunch when they changed the new pens because these new pens I don't like at all. The pen when you write looks the same, but then the way you hold the pen, like this thing's really slippery and it's like really wide. It's really uncomfortable to write with. Don't know why MUJI changed their pens. Like they don't look any nicer anyway. But so I had a bunch at home that I was like savoring and using whilst they had these new pens. When I went to Japan, like it was like my lucky day, I swear. I had a bunch of black old pens that they were trying to get rid of, so they were all like on sale. They were all 50 yen each, which turned out to be like 60 cents or something in Australian dollars. And they had a whole bunch of those, so I literally just loaded up as many as I could because I didn't want to lose any of these pens because they're like the world's best pens. So I bought a whole bunch, and when I tell you I bought a whole bunch, I literally bought like 30. So that's it for all the pens that I have. But now moving on to the second section of my huge stationery haul. I got a bunch of washi tape in Japan. Like Japan has the world's biggest selection of washi tape. I've never seen this many types of washi tape before. Different sizes, different colors, different patterns. They literally had like everything. So this MT tape is one you see me use all the time. I got those in a bunch of pastel colors. These ones, some more of my favorite colors. So I got like this, what do you call this? Aqua green, blue, papel, this color, I love this color. And then a yellow one, pastel yellow. I'm not usually a person to get pattern tape. Like I'll just get the plain ones for my revision booklets, but I thought I would start using these pattern ones in my planner. I got these 3 white washi tapes. Never seen this before. So these 3 white ones, they probably don't come up well. But these 3 white ones are like, you can put, I saw in the store, they did like the plain tape and then they put like the white one over it and it like looked really nice. And then I got this really pretty constellation tape. This one here, it's like a blue, this one's cool, it says it's writable, so that's good for my planner. And then I got these, if I can hold them. So I got this leaf pattern, this funky, don't know how you describe that. This mountain one, this one's so nice. This watercolor one. The last washi tape I got is this just thin one with like gold banner flags on it. I've already taken this one out of the package because I was just very curious. It came in this thing here and had these 4 tapes on it, and I was like, oh, those are really pretty patterns. So like spent a really long time trying to choose the patterns I liked, and then I was deceived. They are actually just examples for you to put your own tape in, which I was kind of low-key cut about. Cut, I didn't get it. Yeah, so it's just a washi tape dispenser, and then you basically roll your own tape onto these little rolls that they give you, and then you put it in the dispenser and pull as much tape as you want out, and then like rip it off because it's got that cut edge. There's one last thing I have to mention with the washi tape, and that's this huge box. So this basically took up all my luggage space, but I was like, you know, worth it. It's a masking tape case, and to fuel my washi tape addiction, I bought this box to store all of my tapes in. In the store they had it on display, and it's just like, it looks exactly like the picture there. The last section I have is a bunch of miscellaneous things that I didn't know how to categorize, so I'm just going to show you the last few bits and pieces. The first one are these flashcard ring set things. I've seen these before in Singapore, but the size of these ones here I'd never seen, and I liked how they were a lot shorter and like wider, so it gives you more space to like write on and draw diagrams rather than the really thin ones. So I picked these up in 2 different colors. I got the pink and the black cover, but they're all just plain white flashcards inside with a little ring attached to it, so it's like nice and portable. I also picked up some sticky flags. I got these 3 sets. I don't tend to use a lot of like the small post-it notes. I'll use like the normal square size, but in terms of like the film flag, I do use them pretty often in like marking pages of textbooks and stuff. So I picked up this post-it brand of these 6 colors. I got these index tabs. I thought these would be good to put on textbooks to mark pages, especially some of the ones I have are like very big textbooks. So these are nice because they have a whole bunch of colors and they're only small, so they don't get ruined when you like put them in your bag and stuff. And then the last one is these decorative ones. I kind of got deceived by these because I thought they were like sticky flags and I was going to use them for my planner, but I actually opened it and they're just like paper strips. So I'm thinking I might use it to decorate. I thought those were really pretty. This thing's a bit random. It says it's really good for memory retention. How it works is basically you get a highlighter in the set and you highlight on the page like whatever you want to memorize, and then you put this red film sheet over it and it sort of blanks out the words so you can't see it, and then you test yourself in filling in the blanks. I might do a video trying this out. And then the next thing is this study planner. This is something completely different. I wouldn't normally buy something like this, but I thought because whenever I sit down to study and stuff, I always write like what I want to do on post-it notes, and then I just have a bunch of post-it notes lying everywhere. I thought this would be a good idea to track things. What it's got on each page is basically at the top you write the date and then your main goal for the day, and then it's got a bunch of lines you can write your to-do list relevant to whatever subject, and then on the other side it's got like a time tracker, so you can track how many hours you want to spend on each task or each subject, stuff like that. There's just like a little notes thing at the bottom, but I thought I might try this out. It was something different I'd never seen before, so I wanted to give it a go. The final thing from a Loft is not really stationery related, but I thought I'd show you anyway. I got these cool disposable cameras. They were really cheap in Japan, so I picked up 2 of those. And yeah, highly recommend if you want to get cheap disposable cameras, Japan is where it's at. And with all of that, that is pretty much it for my huge Japan stationery haul. I hope you enjoyed this video and got to see some cool stationery bits and pieces. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you've been to Japan before. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. All that stuff is down below if you want to be notified when I post next. And with that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!